Welcome, Dad.
Yeah, I didn't think you made it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming, every one of you. Today I'm here to win the nomination for the Senate against Chuck Schumer. With the nomination in hand, we'll go after Chuck Schumer in every town and in every block in the city of New York. Yes.
These are very exciting times. I mean, the reality is you have Republicans coming together from all across this state to lobby for their respective candidates. It's re-energizing the party. I feel reinvigorated. I feel a great sense of hope and a great sense of pride to be a Republican. I mean, we got the Tea Party movement voicing their opinion. I think that's a marriage that needs to occur for both of our interests to be successful this coming November. So we have some very exciting candidates like Gary Berntsen on the ballot that, you know, individuals that aren't your typical politicians, individuals that we can be proud to stand behind. Well, what makes Gary stand out is his service to our country. He has always risen to the top in everything he's ever done. And to think of the places that he's been and the compromising situations and how he's always stood tall, even in the darkest moments of this country. And the reality is that, you know, who did they call right after the attacks on 9/11?
I've spent 28 years serving my country, 4 years in the military, 24 years in the CIA. In the CIA, I held major positions. I was the chief of Hezbollah operations globally. When our embassies were blown up in East Africa, they sent me to capture them, and I did. When 11 September occurred, they sent me again to fight the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. For almost a decade, anytime anything horrible happened on the planet, the government turned to the CIA and the CIA turned to me.
You know what? And that says something to me. You know, it's time. You know what? We're hurting as a country. And when we were hurting in about 1979, we turned to a man named Ronald Reagan. And in 2010, we're hurting once again. And I believe we could be just as proud to stand behind Gary Berntsen.
I have a passion for America. I have a passion for the Constitution of the United States. And I believe that the American people are being let down by career politicians who spend our money recklessly. And also, there's a lack of skill in leadership in the country. There really is. And there are a lot of people like myself. I'm also a member of a group called Combat Veterans for Congress. There's a lot of men and women that have gone out and served this country, and now we believe it's our time to step up and help lead on the civilian side.
We're going to win, because this year is about people. It's not going to be about the clubhouse Democrats. You know, there is no one in their right mind that's going to truly believe that a Cuomo is going to cut taxes, reduce the size of government, and solve a fiscal crisis. And no one in their right mind is ever going to believe that Chuck Schumer is properly situated to protect New York. And you know, Gary Berntsen can do that. You know, he understands international affairs, international economies, international security. It's what we need. New York has some serious issues. You know, we care a lot about our financial district because our economy is in large part based upon it. But we also have to be concerned about our security because they want to attack us. This is the financial capital of the world. We need someone to protect us. And I believe Gary Berntsen in Washington, D.C., making those decisions when we're in our darkest hours is exactly where we need to be.
No one is invincible. And I know that Senator Schumer starts with a very large war chest, but if he spends his war chest the way he spends our tax dollars, this might not be so difficult.